All right, y'all. So we got Speakeasy and the Arena. We got some Bijan Glaze, man. Bijan is my MVP. I ain't gonna lie, bro's killing it. He look like he's on pace for a 1K season, receiving and rushing. And I think if he can do that, especially if he can get like a significant amount of rushing yards, I mean, he'll put himself in that conversation for sure. He's doing really good right now.
Bijan Robinson today. Bijan, whatever you want to call him, he was busted.
Surprised Jamar has the same thing about Zach Taylor, but that's the right thing to do. It's not his job.
People's ass out there on the football field. He got a shout out from the greatest athlete of all time, my glorious king, LeBron James. I'm gonna have to text Bijan about that. You know, congratulations, man. That your career has been made. Forgetting all pro. LeBron tweeted about you mid game. That's amazing.
He said forgetting all pro.
About you?
Probably. If he like nice dudes, you know, that's nice. Yeah, nah. But pause with LeBron. Yeah, no. You got a lot going on over there. With
That's crazy. That's crazy. No, look, how far do y'all think Bijan can take this Falcons team? Because it really is just all on him. He's been amazing, though.
Before we get to the I'll let him get to the Falcons and all that. I like to talk about the running back.
Talk about it.
Listen.
He has been amazing, but I think the offense can go even higher, bro. I'm not going to lie. I think Mike is a very good quarterback. I think, obviously, Drake, very good receiver. Kyle Pitts, potential to be an elite tight end. You know, it's a lot of potential in that offense. Bijan has just been the most consistent factor.
I said this 2 years ago, right? Because Saquon was the man last year. And I said, yo, Bijan Robinson is so good. In 3 years, it's going to be his league. I don't know if there's a running back better than him.
Yeah.
And let me tell you why. He can block. You ain't taking him out on third downs because he can block. And he can run routes, and he can catch. And he can cut. He shake you, make you miss stiff arm, and he'll run you over. There's not a running back in the league like him. He does everything from point A to B to C to D. He does everything your running back you need. If you had to draw up a running back, it would be him. There's nobody in the league that can do everything he does.
He the most complete back in football right now?
Tell me somebody that's more complete than him.
Dang.
And I'll tell you why.
Okay.
That's it. That's a good statement. I think now when it comes to like receiving ability coming out the backfield and being a elite rusher, I think A-Chain and Gibbs do that pretty well. Now I just don't know how good of blockers they are. Now A-Chain's a lot smaller, so I'm gonna just assume he's not great at pass blocking. But I don't know how good Gibbs is. But if Gibbs is good, then I mean, you know, you could throw him in that category of being complete as well. But
let me elevate the conversation.
CMC, is CMC's like nice? Like I know he's a good receiving threat, but is he nice like running routes and stuff like that? You know what I mean? Or is it just like screens and dump offs? You know what I mean? That's two different things. Like you could be a good receiving threat, but it's because they use you as one efficiently. But do you do more than just a swing route, a screen, little comeback straight out the backfield? You know what I mean? I got you. I think Bijan as a runner though is more dangerous than CMC. I think like just as a pure runner right now for sure. And as a receiver, though, I'm not gonna lie. Like CMC, cool for sure, good, very good. But he was running routes a lot in Carolina. I don't see the same burst that I do in Bijan as I do in CMC as I do in Bijan. The burst, like the quickness, the burst, the acceleration, speed, all that right now. I messed up now because they have that.
Is he the most complete running back in the last 10, 15 years? Let me take it even further. Like how good is Bijan?
He's only been playing for what, 3 years?
Yeah. Skill set. I'm not talking about what he's accomplished. When you talk about catching out the backfield, vision, balance.
I won't do that. Okay. Because I respect resumes. Like Christian McCaffrey, you talk about complete, he's been complete.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like there's guys that's been dominant. Saquon was dominant. Derrick Henry's been dominant. But if you talk about complete, that's a whole nother level.
One sec.
Level.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? When a coach game plans, he's gonna say, all right, we're gonna use Bijan because he can do everything. Compared to we're gonna let Derrick, run hard with the power.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Shady, here's what's crazy.
Bro, Derrick is very limited, bro. I was saying that last week, but I mean, we've been noticed with Derrick, very one-dimensional. But It's okay because he's very, very great at that dimension. Don't get him. He's a Hall of Fame running back.
I'll be watching the Baltimore Ravens games, and there's nothing more infuriating than seeing Derrick Henry come off the field on third down.
That's crazy. I'm not gonna lie, bro. That's very factual. But knowing his work ethic and like just him reflecting and seeing like how good these other running backs are doing, I could see him working on that this offseason. I could definitely see him working on that. We'll see. That'd be crazy. Another Derrick Henry add another thing to his game, but we'll see.
And I'm like, how do y'all have a top 3 running back in football, the second highest paid running back in football? The third down is the most important down in all of football. We literally refer to it as money down. We practice it more intently at practice than any other down in all of football, and Derrick Henry's off the field. Derrick Henry doesn't play in 2 minutes. Derrick Henry comes off in the most important times of the games, but Bijan Robinson, that's when he excels. So I think, Shady, you on to something, bro. I think you're on to something.
Yeah, no, I mean, we have his stats up right here. He has been unbelievable in all purpose.
Come on, man, look at this.
124. Sheesh. He's not had more than 25 touches in any game so far this season, and he has 822 total yards through 5 games.
822 total?
822 total through 5 games.
And
Hey, he might break the single season record for all purpose yards. He might not get 2K rushing, but overall all purpose yards, he might break that.
To be real with you, and then sometimes, he steps out and like, you know what, let my other backups get in there. I've seen it. Because I bet on him, like, yo, man, hey, wait, we need 3 more yards. Get your butt back in there. That dude's special, though.
Is he like Marshall Faulk from a game perspective? Is it fair to say, like...
Not yet.
Okay.
We talk Marshall Faulk.
Marshall Faulk.
Ain't too many people better than Marshall Faulk. My Faulk was crazy.
I wish I got to see Marshall Faulk play because I'm a Hall of Famer. I always heard good stuff about him, but I've never been intrigued to watch his highlights. We might have to do that. Go do some throwbacks. Bring back Throwback Thursday.
And he did it for so long.
Yeah.
Brother had 1,000 yards receiver and rushing, right?
Yeah.
And had like mad touchdowns.
Yeah.
Marshall different.
Fair.
Russell Westbrook is signing with the
on that way.
Kings?
Yeah, I will say this.
Why?
Bijan Robinson, it's only been 6 weeks, so let me not jump off the hyperbole train because I'm going to upset Shady with what I'm about to say. But Bijan Robinson in this season, it reminds me of what Adrian Peterson did with the Minnesota Vikings.
Wow. No, for sure.
Yeah, because remember, Adrian Peterson drug a Minnesota Vikings team that wasn't really all that talented at the time. I believe it was to a...
I respect that, but I can see it from like a vital standpoint, like how vital he is to this offense. But again, this offense, I think it has talent.
12-4 record. I think that's when Adrian Peterson won NFL MVP. Yep. 2,096 rushing yards, if I'm not mistaken, and he carried that team to the playoffs. 2012 was the season. That's the last time I think a running back won NFL MVP. That's what it feels like Bijan's doing today. The only reason the Falcons won this game was because of Bijan Robinson. Yeah. Not only early with that 81-yard touchdown run, it was blocked well, but Cole Bishop makes that tackle on probably 80% of running backs in football. But then the second half, you leaned on Bijan Robinson in the running game, you leaned on Bijan Robinson in the passing
Bills
game.
fans, how is Cole Bishop been this year?
Bijan's ability to both be the second leading receiver on his team, a team that has first-round picks in Drake London and first-round picks in Kyle Pitts, plus Bijan's ability to rush for 160 yards in a game where he catches 70 receiving yards, he's different.
And it's the Bills. And another thing about Bijan Robinson is he should be up for MVP. We want to pray and give these quarterbacks all this love and respect after 6 games. He needs some of that. 822 in 6 games.
5 games.
5 games? Come on, that's crazy.
Now, he has 107 touches on the season right now, and in those touches, he's averaging 7.7 yards.
Come on, yo. He is the only good thing from Texas even walking.
Okay.
I didn't even know they had. No, real talk. Hey, I got this.
Even walking?
What's wrong with this dude?
He's right there.
What's wrong with this dude?
He's your friend, Shane.
No,
what's wrong with this dude?
What I'm saying is, I didn't know that Texas had good football players like this anymore. I mean, you guys.
Hey, you kill his mic when he starts talking like this. I told
What the heck? I didn't know Texas had good football players like this.
y'all.
Come on, man.
I told y'all.
Boss's orders.
Come on, man.
No, but you agree with that, though. Texas don't make good football players no more. No, like, that's dead.
Mahomes, what the heck? That's the biggest one.
Shady. Texas made Xavier Worthy.
No, I'm talking about like elite guys.
We have some elite guys.
Texas has elite.
Bijan elite.
Oh, he's talking about Texas, the college. Okay. I thought he was talking about like the state of Texas.
Oh yeah, I hear you.
See what I'm saying? Bijan's he's the last elite guys in the last like 6-7 years. They don't do that no more.
Say how many years?
Like 7-8 years.
Like 6.
Yeah, y'all don't do that.
I'm dead. We got to.
6, 7.
do that no more. They don't want to do that no more in Texas.
Got you.
There are how many Bijans are there in the world?
Very, very little. Very little Bijan.
Like Shady just be he just like hearing himself talk.
If he's talking about Texas, the college, okay, that's understandable. I can't remember the last time outside of Bijan Robinson an elite player came from Texas. But if he's talking about the state of Texas, yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if the state of Texas puts out a first rounder every year. But anyways, though, let's go ahead and hear the arena's thoughts on this topic here. Where we at?
Is Bijan Robinson the best running back in football?
I'm definitely going to say yes.
Ooh.
If I was drafting and I had a pick from anybody, right? Of course, I'd probably pick Patty first. Everybody else would pick their quarterback.
You love Patty.
My next pick would be Bijan. I'm taking Bijan with my second pick.
Over any other quarterback. Over Joe Burrow.
Over any
healthy Joe Burrow.
Well, I'm taking Pat.
Well, he's already got Pat.
No, he's got Pat.
Oh, okay. So I'm taking Pat
quarterback first.
Yeah.
Everybody else to take.
You'd already made one mistake taking Patty over.
Yeah.
So I mean, you would take
First
Burrow,
mistake,
I'd take Pat.
second
I don't
mistake.
think either one of us could go wrong there, Skip.
Okay.
But with my first athlete pick, I'm taking Bijan, man. Rob said it again last night.
He
He's
did.
the best player in football.
Okay, is he including quarterbacks?
Nah, you don't include quarterbacks.
He said best player in football, which is a bold statement. He didn't say best running back.
I don't think you got to have a quarterback. So it all starts with the quarterback. So I mean, he might be talking about quarterbacks too. But I know I talked to Rob maybe during their bye week. Rob was on his little vacay or whatever, real quick vacay. FaceTime me like, hey, what the hell you doing on TV with Skip, man? You back, baby? You know what I'm saying? I talked to him. You know what I'm saying? Saw Skip.
Right.
He showed us some love. He told me proud of being back on TV and all that
I love
stuff.
him.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying?
Cool. Yeah.
And then he told me, hey, get your ass out to Atlanta and come see Bijan. Because
Really?
this boy is different. He raved on Bijan for.
That's what I said the other day, bro. I like the thing I like about going to NFL games is because I just like watching good football players, bro. I don't think I can get tired of going to one off the strength that, like, even if my team was to lose, if the other team has players that I like and they're cooking, it is what it is, man. You just get to see some good football. It is what it is, and I would love to watch a Falcons game. You know what I mean? In person, that'd be dope.
2-3 minutes on that FaceTime call, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna get out there. Bro. I gotta get out there. I told him I'm gonna come see it live, and I saw it last night, and I gotta put him at number one right now, man. His movement is just different. It's you see good running backs. You know what I'm saying? Bill and Washington, you see the movement. You know what I'm saying? Alvin Kamara, he got some good movement.
He does.
But
Kamara's slowing down. I'm not gonna lie.
Jameer Gibbs.
He's still
They
smooth,
got
but
different type of movement.
Effortless.
there we go.
It's
There we go.
effortless.
He said, and
The
Jameer
vision
Gibbs.
mixed
There you
with
go.
The movement, the cuts, the short space bursts, how they get up out of there. Them two guys are in a league of their own.
What about
in my
Jonathan
opinion.
Taylor? Jonathan Taylor's 5 more touchdowns.
But he got more of a Saquon type.
JT got 5 more touchdowns, but he also, I think it's the touches as well, carries. But the quickness aspect, and JT's fast for sure. I think like the short area burst and change of direction. I don't think he has that like Bijan and Gibbs.
It's not the same movement as those guys. I love Jonathan Taylor. I love
I'll get there in a
Saquon.
I'm going to go JT over B.
Them two and A-Chain. I thought A-Chain in there as well. But I don't think like as an overall back he's as good as them. But I think all three of them are very elite at that.
Bijan, I think Bijan.
They great running backs, but the movement that I'm talking about, you don't see this shit right here, Kenzie. I've been around football. I've been in the league for a long time.
You have.
Seen a bunch of running backs, a bunch of good running backs.
Yeah.
You don't see movement like this. And out of the two, Bijan is better than Gibbs. So I'm definitely giving him the best
I give it to him right now. I give it to him right now.
And I know it's year 3.
I like Gibbs
been
more,
balling
but I give it to him right now.
But I feel like you said, Skip, that moment last night for him.
Yeah.
It was.
Zach Robinson really getting in his bag. That offense was Sean McVay like last night.
It was.
That was Zach Robinson. He elevated his game as well. You know what I'm saying?
did.
With the little stuff you said.
Yeah.
It was beautiful.
Man, it was. I'm definitely saying Bijan had his breakout.
Yeah.
He'd be looked at as definitely a top 5 player in this league from here going out.
He had 1,500 yards last year. If he could top that, dang.
Yeah, quietly though. That was
He
a good
finna
point by
top that.
Skip.
He finna top that in 9 weeks. He already at 800 or some crazy
He
shit
is,
right
yeah,
now.
800.
Right. I'm torn on this because the top two guys right now for me this season is Bijan Robinson and Jonathan Taylor.
Yep.
And I love Bijan Robinson, but right now I got to go with Jonathan Taylor as the best running back in the NFL.
Okay.
I love Bijan, though, for those exact reasons. He's second right now in the NFL in rushing, but mind you, he has one less game than the top 5 guys that are next to him. He's averaging just under 100 yards per game, but the vision, the athleticism, that is a quarterback's best friend. I have a guy that can pass protect, that can create something out of nothing, a play that would normally be a 2nd and 12, he turns into a 2nd and 4. I can run a lot more plays on 2nd and 4 than I can on 2nd and 12. He is so elusive. He's got great vision, burst of speed. He understands blocking schemes. He knows when to get north and south. He knows when to get east and west and take the edge. So he does all those things well. And also as a quarterback, I love a guy out of the backfield that can catch. He is a threat, a legit threat in the passing game. But right now, Jonathan Taylor, in my opinion, it's 1A, 1B for right now for me. They're so close. But Jonathan Taylor is playing better than any running back in football. He's 600 yards rushing in 6 games. He's averaging over 100 yards per game. The only running back in the league doing that right now. He's averaging over 5 yards.
600 yards rushing, and they said Bijan got 800 plus yards total
Per rush. He leads the league in touchdowns as well, rushing touchdowns.
So what we could say Bijan's on pace for I think he's on pace for 1K. JT's on pace for 1,700 plus yards rushing. That's gonna be an interesting race, you know. By the end of the season, see crown who's the better running back. I mean, I kind of like Bijan a little bit better, but JT's
and
nice. So.
You can argue that, okay, he has one of the best offensive lines in football with the Colts, but he also leads the league in yards after contact. And a majority of his yards are after contact. He's been playing some good football. He's so good at making that first and even
might
the
be a little
second
recency bias. I don't know.
And like Bijan turning something out of nothing. So they're back and forth. And hey, we talked about Aqib, just to back up my argument a little bit, how good that Broncos defense is, and they are. I think they might be playing better than anybody on defense right now in the NFL, but he ran for 165 against Vance Joseph, and he also had 50 yards receiving and a touchdown. So he's doing it against good teams as well. So again, back and forth, but I got to take JT right now.
That's why I give Bijan the edge, though, just as a pass catcher, man.
Yeah. He's got a lot more receiving yards than JT.
Right. He's a better receiver than
He's a better receiver.
Not even close.
Taylor, though, is at 150 receiving yards and a touchdown.
He
but
catch the screens and stuff and get up.
But Bijan's double that.
Literally ran a spray out versus Tre'Davious White last night.
Yeah, he did.
And looked like an ex-receiver.
He did.
He was wide ass open. They didn't catch the ball. But I'm like, bro, that looked like a damn number 1 receivers right there.
You know how frustrating that is as a defensive coordinator?
What?
Like you can go 3 wide, but then your back can be that 4-3.
That's crazy, bro. You can't in a situation like that, you can't put a linebacker on him. So it's like you're somewhere, unless you're in a dime package, maybe you might get blessed if you got like an athletic enough linebacker and nickel. You know, depending on the receiver set, you know, it's gonna be a mismatch somewhere.
Receiver, and you're like, who do we cover him with?
Like, bro, you left the corner on him, and he routed his ass up.
Yeah, Bijan's doubled him in receiving yards.
Yeah, he is. But I'm still riding with JT right now. I think he's number 1.
Man, what a difference a year makes, because a year ago today it had been Saquon, right?
Now we're like,
I mean,
where
all
the heck is
Saquon did last year was, if he'd played the 17th game, he could have set the all-time rushing record in the history of pro football.
He could have.
And yet,
now he can't even get
to
50
your
yards.
point,
Bro, that's crazy. They should have let Saquon play. I mean, again, hindsight is 2020. They end up winning the Super Bowl, so, you know, that's a blessing. But, man, they should have let bro get that record.
I said before the draft, before Bijan got drafted, he's going to change somebody's life because he's a great kid. He has high character, high work ethic, high humility. He's built right. And then, and by the way, I look at this draft real quick, and he goes 8th overall, and I'm like, on draft day, because remember, I grew up an Oklahoma fan, so I had to deal with him 3 times, Texas, Oklahoma.
Yeah, you did.
And trust me, I'm watching my Sooners, and every time they opted not to hand or flip the ball to Bijan, I was like, thank God, thank you, because he's lethal, and he's effortlessly lethal. He doesn't look like he's running that fast or trying to run that fast, and he is. And Saquon always looks like he's trying hard to run fast to me. Jonathan Taylor looks like he's having to guts it up and go.
I low-key agree with that. That's actually interesting. I agree with that. Saquon is not as fast as he used to be. And I was making them comments last year that it looks like he got faster, but I think, as well as just the O-line too. And he is fast, but I think Saquon, he looked like he bulked up some, so he got bigger, and that obviously will decrease some of that speed. Hopefully Gibbs and Bijan don't do that. I think they got like very ideal builds, and their games aren't predicated off of like being overly physical. So if they can kind of like keep that build, I think they can play at the same level they're playing it for a while. Not gonna lie, but I don't remember Saquon being the same type of running back that they are, with the receiving ability. So it's like you're gonna need a bulk up because you're running the ball so much and taking so many hits. So you got to get you have to get somewhat stronger.
As hard as he can to run as fast as he can, and I'm taking nothing away because he is literally carrying them right now. We can get into.
Hey, Indiana Jones.
I know. Well, I agree.
Carrying them, Skip.
Indiana Jones, don't be hating on my
but
guy.
Tyler Warren is also.
Okay.
Yeah, Tyler Warren. Come on, Kenzie.
All right, but if you look at Bijan quietly emerging in the shadows, so he averages 4.6 yards a carry as a rookie, then it goes up to 4.8 last year. Now he's up to 5.8. A carry, that's a carry. And now he's 164 combined yards per game. It's blowing everybody away, including Jonathan Taylor, because Jonathan Taylor is third at 125. So he's 164 to 125. And C-Mac out in San Francisco is second at 130. He's obliterating the field in yards from scrimmage. And yards per touch, he's obliterating pro football at 7.7 yards per touch. It helped that he had 81 last night on one. That helps your math.
Really bumped him.
But still, 7.7. Jonathan Taylor's at 5.6, and trust me, that's like a Grand Canyon of a leap up to what Bijan is doing. But here's the one issue I have with Zach Robinson. Okay, so in total attempts for the year so far, you've got Christian McCaffrey at 154 and Jonathan Taylor at 135. This is total attempts running and catching.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
And Bijan's all the way down at 10th at 107. So they don't use him the way San Francisco is using or maybe overusing C-Mac or Jonathan Taylor.
But I think that the situation of that is you have other weapons, You have a Kyle Pitts. No, he hasn't been elite this year, but he has been productive this year. You have Drake London, as well. And you also have Tyler Algier. You have another serviceable running back. So, And then, they should be getting Mooney back. Hopefully he can play at the level he did last year. I don't know. They got other
Taylor
guys.
is being overused right now just to help carry the surprising Colts. And here's the other thing that just kills me that I don't get. When Atlanta gets to the red zone, they bring in Tyler Algier like clockwork to get, like Bijan had one longer run last night that got them to the 19 or whatever, and he's out of the game, and they bring in a slightly bigger back who weighs, if you're going with the program, what's listed, it's 10 pounds more.
He's definitely 20 pounds heavier.
Okay,
Yeah,
do you think so?
He's
He's listed at 225 and Bijan's 215, but that's their listed weights. And you could be right. He runs 20 pounds heavier because he runs like Pacheco runs. He's going to run possessed, right? He's going to run like he's on fire and he's about to set you on fire. And yet, this is just me. Bijan is so good that back in the day, I covered Emmitt Smith. Listen, if you get in the red zone and you tell Emmitt Smith you're coming out of the game for the fullback or something, hey, he would throw a tantrum on the sideline with Jimmy Johnson. He is not coming out. Eric Dickerson is not coming out of the game. If we can go back to the late, great Jim Brown, trust me, ain't coming out of no football game if we get in the red zone. That's where he's going to eat. That's where you're going to pay him off with touchdowns for him getting you there.
Right.
So here's red zone carries so far this year. Algier has 12. Bijan has 11. Okay. Jonathan Taylor has 31 carries in the red zone. Because when they get in the red zone, they're just saying, beast, go beast them.
I think it's okay, though. I think it's okay. I mean, Skip probably got Bijan in fantasy. He wanted to get his touchdowns. But, I mean, like, just from a, football perspective, I think it's okay. Yeah, you can reward him, but at the end of the day, what he's doing outside of scoring goal line touchdowns is insane. So I think he feels, appreciative. So I think he's like Shady said in the last episode, he saying he tells them to put Algier in or something like that, whatever. But I think it's fine, let Algier eat a little bit, let him get hot, let him get going, and Bijan go get his, he gonna get y'all down there if anything. Moving on to the next topic. Appreciate y'all for watching. Hit the like button, subscribe. Let me know your thoughts. Bijan, y'all MVP. Stay tuned. Stay blessed.